Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, Misadventures with Mixed Media. My name is Darcy. And it is still May 6th. This is the first time I think that I've actually recorded every day so far. We'll see how the next couple days go because my husband will be home and that will be a little bit harder. So this month I've been working on a cover. It was a Dick and Jane. I did the spine on here, and then I didn't do much else on here because I've never tried this kind of a thing before. So I made this flower out of fabric. I hand stitched each one, and I made them a little bit tight so that they would be a little bit so I could pull them straight on the end and they'd be gathered on this end a little bit. And then I put glue all the way up when I glued them on so they'd be a little bit more stiff. And it was my first time trying it. If anyone is interested in seeing how I did it, I would be happy to do another one of these because I really like how it came out. So then the spine, I had a pair of my husband's old jeans. So I did that on the spine and I kept that inseam there so it would look a little more finished. Put a piece of lace there so it would at least appear finished. And then, I don't know if you can see those little specks. When I did the coating on the outside, I just grabbed a brush to do the, what did I do as my coating? I think I did another coat of the gel mat to protect it. I mean, it's not like 100-year protection, but the brush I picked up had dry paint specks in it, and so I just went with it. Let's see, for the cover, I did a coat of gesso, played with it, got different things of it. And even some of you have seen before, know this was the original base color that I started with, the seafoam. Then I used some cream ink. You can use this stamp. And I used some blue ink and this stamp, which had some reddish color on it previously. And then when I stamp it, I only stamp this part right here so I don't have any hard edges, and I just kind of go around and it gets that kind of a faded effect. That was my first time trying that because I hate that it's not a tile one, so you can't like meet up the edges, plus it's not clear, so it's like really, the edges don't meet up anywhere. I've never been able to figure out how to meet up the edges. So I used to just do like one, or I'd do a corner and just ink up the corner and do that back corner. So now I'm starting to just kind of do this. Then I get the middle one with a little bit of the edging, and that's the look it got me. So I don't know if you can see, you kind of see the harlequin under there and a little bit of the blue-red. I was okay with the red showing through. That kind of was cool. With this one, I did the back side first, so there's more red on the back than on the front. I used this color, Asian blue is the blue that I used. Because I wanted something that was a little bit denim-y, kind of a denim type neutral color, because I knew that I'd be having a lot of color in my fabrics. Got this fabric at a thrift store, ordered this one at Walmart.com, and then these were all fat quarters from Joann Fabrics, the rest of them, and that's just a piece of denim, which I had a bigger circle that I made kind of one of those yo-yos out of, but I couldn't get it tight enough, so I just cut the circle out, and then I ended up with this cute little ruffle. Not sure where I'm going to use it, but I think I will use it somewhere. It's got rough edges. If I can find a button big enough, might be able to kind of put a button. That button's not big enough. I need a bigger button than that. But it makes it a little too busy if I put it on here, I think. I mean, it's cute and everything, but I can even do it backwards. But I like that how it is. If I do anything, I might do a few little pearlescent thingies. Where's, I would show you. I got it at an antique store, but somebody was selling a bunch of craft stuff. There it is. that stuff between there. I might try a little bit of that in the center here, but I might not. I like how it came out. So the last thing to do with it is glue these in. And like I said, if you want to see how I did the flower, let me know. I'll show you how I did it. Show you what I did to get what I got. I kind of wish I had gone ahead and done a couple coats. See, I didn't know what I'd never tried it before. There was no tutorial on it anywhere. So I don't know if another coat would help these be a little more stiff, because I wanted them to stay raised a little bit, which is also why I did the gathering at the bottom. And then I tried to do the edge a little bit with the gel mat too, so it wouldn't keep framed. I move these out of my way. I had those out of my way. It's gonna be a little noisier today because it's a little later in the day. One, because I was lazy, and two, because I cleaned up my desk first, my table area. All right, let's see if this is gonna work or not, because I need to do that way over there and that way over there. And then, well, my edges are gonna show, but it's all right. I can cover it with washi tape or lace or something, and that's the back. So first off, let's get the front in the front. There. All right, this one's almost gone. And this one's gonna have a wider tip, so I think for speed, we'll do this. Wait, is it not open yet? Nope, it's not open yet. Brand new one. Got these right before everything started. Ooh. That I have a little GP or GB. Rachel Ray calls it a garbage bowl. I have a garbage, I don't know, garbage pail. That's why I was thinking GP. Alright. But it is a GB. It's a little garbage box. Alright, and I want this to come just off the, where this part of the spine, where the fold is, basically. I think I need that up just a little bit. No, it doesn't really matter. It's a little bit more space on the top than the bottom, but that'll help it not to roll down. Okay. So, yeah, I think I need to have it up just a little bit. I mean, not up, but over. Ugh. You don't have a lot of time to play with that once it's... No, I'm gonna have to do that. I guess I can see where I am now. All right. It's a little bit hard to see here. All right, I'm actually gonna go over about 1/4 of an inch from the spine there. And fingers crossed that I'm nice and straight. And then over here, I'm gonna do the same thing. This edge, so I make sure I get it to the edge. I know, it's expensive glue to use them like that. All right, and then I want this to come over here, just about 1/4 inch past. Glad I gave myself a good seam allowance on that side. Let's see. That looks like even there, so that should do it. Alright, I'm going to leave that closed. So now you can see I have, it's all loose back there. Plenty of room. So as long as this glue holds in between the pages and on the edges, and we have, well, let's see, am I going to be able to open? No, the pages are a little weird, but they'll still hold. They'll still hold stuff, and I'll still be able to look for stuff. So that's how it's. That's how they're going to be open. It's a little weird. So when I'm looking for stuff, I'll probably have to look for it like this, like, I don't know. So yeah, the pages in between kind of stand up. It's not ideal, but I tried something. I tried something I hadn't seen done, just because I wanted to try it and see. So a very colorful ephemera book that I will fill up with stamps and fussy cutting and whatnot. And I can just stand it on my desk and enjoy the pretty. And then I've been working on this week. This seems to be staying pretty good in here now. This doesn't want to stay, so once it's sewn in between, it'll be fine. So now at least it's not folding directly on the edge, but you can see where the crease was. So yeah, until I can perfect this, I might have to find some videos on how other people do a canvas cover. But until I get a better grip on how I want to do that, I'm going to, this will be mine. Well, I want it to be mine anyway. I like the squirrels. So I'm going to cut it down soon. By the time you see it next time, I will probably have cut it down and maybe sewn my fabric in. I'm not going to do any sewing on camera. And I did get, he got little paints on their faces, which if I could, that's kind of a look I don't mind having on here. But I didn't want it on his face. Alright, so yesterday we played with texture. And I just kind of have all the tags here that could use a little more. So here's the ones we played with yesterday. Even though I stuck them under heavy books all night, they're still a little wanting to curl, because that's what paper does when you get it wet. And then, see, those are all the ones that we did yesterday. And then I have other ones here from the rest of the week that maybe I'll do something more with them. I don't know. So, I gotta figure out what I want to do, because I don't know. I might start with this one by adding some color. But what color? Are we going for, this kind of makes me think of fishnet. Maybe I'll do some blues. Where's there a, oh, let's put the cover on our brand new glue and not ruin that. That's great. Or seafoam. I'd do like a, oh, I've got the yellow under there. I can make a seafoam. I'm going to steal this. Just gonna steal that for a minute so I don't make quite as much of a mess as I did the other day. Oh, aqua sky, yeah. I want to make something like a seafoam, I think. That's actually pretty close to what the seafoam was. If I add a little bit of the stinky. No, that's, yeah, that's the palmetto, right? No, that's lime sorbet. Maybe that one won't stink as bad. I don't want it too pastel-y though. I have a gray. I know nothing about color, so you know, or mixing colors or anything. I think I got that one clean this time. Wow, that green is strong. The green is strong with this one. We've got kind of a, what's the color I want to say? Seafoam green, mint green, I don't know. I'll add a little more blue to that. Might need to add a darker blue. Did not seem to change it much, did it? Let's add a little bit darker. Admiral blue, let's just go with the mountain blue because it's got a little bit of green in it. It's a lot darker, so not too much. It was gloopy. Gloop, gloopy. wish I could just keep it swirled like that. I kind of like that. Let's see. Well, the swirls aren't going to show on here anyway. And I, of course, don't want these strong lines. Let's see. So, yes, just for you guys, I cleaned off my table a little bit. This was working better a second ago when I was just doing a light. Cleaned off my table. That was just for you guys. Isn't that nice of me? Because I try to rewatch my videos so I can see what I need to fix for the next day that might be distracting. And yeah, the mess is distracting, isn't it? Not that there's not mess still today in my area. It's much better. You have no idea. So let's see. Oh, the windows are closed today, so you won't hear any loud aircrafts like yesterday. So that's nice. See, would have liked this kind of a look, but I also don't want too much of the yellow to show either. So I don't know. I don't know. So maybe I'll just go ahead and fill in there. I don't know. I always go back to the smoosh, don't I? I go back to the smooshing. It's really bad for my brushes, I'm sure. Although, what I should be doing is, that's what I should do. Let me see. What do I have that is, let's try this. No, I guess I probably got too much paint on there. Probably brushing it on is what was giving me these little lines here. I see that's more. I thought that would be cool. But this is a kind of cool thing too. I think the pad we're working on is going to be the most interesting thing I do today. Well, I could have gone with camouflage kind of a look here, huh? Well, now that we've done this, let's just finish it off here. See what we're doing a little bit more if we do this. I give up. Alright, I'm going to put that aside to dry, because that's just one layer of many. We'll see what we end up doing with that later. Tomorrow, probably. Just keep adding stuff every day until we get to the next thing we want to try, huh? Alright, I don't know what I want to do with this one. But I feel like I need to bring in a blank back. Let's just try some stamping. I want to brighten it up. Let's try some. Forgot that was wet. We'll just set that one aside till tomorrow too. Then when they're dry, we'll do something more to it. Let's see, we got like squares on this. Ooh, let's try this. Which of course I didn't clean. Why would I clean it? That would be the responsible thing to do. Alright, this one's a little dark for me. I know dark's not a bad thing. Oh yeah, I was getting this to clean this, wasn't I? This is why there's this big dark spot over here, because I don't clean my stamps. This was, it's a makeup cleaning brush thing that sticks to your table that I got at Dollar Tree. And I have a mermaid journal I'm going to be making, so I thought it would be cute as a stamp. And I haven't used it in a mermaid journal yet, but I've been having fun just using it in my backgrounds. There we go. Just, it lightens it up a little bit and adds some, another layer. I guess we're just layering, a week of layering. I'm like, I just had it. How far could it have gone? So, that one's good until the next time. And now we have this one with our ghost squirrel, which I think I will just do some of this. And the reason I'm using the more permanent inks is because I will probably do a layer over this of like the gel, which is wet, and it would mess with any of the distress inks. So there we go. And then I was actually kind of hoping the red was going to come out on that a little bit. Well, it's actually not red, it's mahogany, which is like a red brown, as you can see. So it's almost like a burgundy. And let's see, what else do we want to do on this one? Maybe we'll do some of this. I just really like myself a harlequin and a houndstooth. They seem to be things that I'm really drawn to. Ah, shoot. Well, let's go for it. Let's just do a little bit of black and white harlequin down there. And since we did it down there, let's go ahead and do it up here too. There we go. Don't know. This is why you should not have two inks open. It's dangerous. It's dangerous, man. Okay. And I haven't even used the houndstooth stamp. I like my houndstooth, I don't even know where it is right this second, stencil better, because this is more like a digital one. Like it's more pixelated, like, that's why I say digital, it's a little more pixelated. Okay, setting that one to dry. This one, I think that I am going to go ahead and I want to kind of do the whole background white, but I want to make sure that he shows up a little bit more on the white maybe. Or maybe I should have left him white. Well, that would have been hard to do. I would have had to do that after I painted the background. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing. Ruining my brushes. That's what I'm doing. Let's get a wider brush. And I want to go to, well, you know what? We're just going to do a gray background on this. Just because I can. Just kind of want to, I don't know how much of that orange and blue is going to show up, but I definitely want to get it more into the background. So this is kind of like a primer right now. Like a gray primer like they do on cars, right? Like growing up, we usually had some gray primer on our car over a rust spot or something. Clean that aside for now. We'll see what happens to that in the future. Where are we? The purple. Which that could be the top or it could be the bottom. What's good with purple? I need more colors. Alright, what we could do, whoops. What colors do we have? Green, antique linen. I need to mark these. Tattered rose, aged mahogany, festus berry, sapphire, and milled lavender. Let's see what we get with milled lavender on this. I'm just going to go all over it. And I think I had... You know I'm recording, right? Do you need something? Do some down here. Yeah, a lot of that raspberry, what's the color I said it was? Aged mahogany is coming through. Let's see. I gotta figure what to do with the dots. Alright, I guess it should be that. Alright, now let's try. I don't want that one. I want one like that's, oh, we got circles. Maybe we should, where did it go? There it is, right in front of my face. I don't know what I want. We do circles and squares, right? Where's my lavender? These are some new ones that I got. Don't tell my husband, but I have more new ones coming. Oh, that's the right color. It was kind of looking like that color. I was like, what? Oops, that didn't do anything because I didn't have anything left on there or there. I do like the lavender on there. That is pretty. It was weird how it this stamp, it seemed like what's the word that I want? But little droplets. It spread. I guess that's the word I kind of want. I kind of spread. I washed that one. It's nice. It's nice and loud coming up the stairs, whoever that is. I am recording. I mean, that doesn't mean you have to be super quiet.
Oh, you're doing that?
Yeah, sometimes there's banging. Not on purpose.
Is the rest of in the pan?
Yes, you can eat that. Yes. All right. What can I do with this? I can isolate it for one, which is nice. If I want to do something just there and nowhere, well. Oh, will you bring me the stencils that are on the counter, please? Please, please. Especially the blue one. The one with the circles. That's unicorns. That one. Yep. Yep, that's the one I need. That's the one I need right now is the blue one. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tried washing these. They didn't want to all come off. Didn't want it to be mean to me. Alright, what do I want to put on it? Let's just go ahead and do the, I know some of that other stuff showing through. I use that on the gray, right?
Why is it greasy?
Why is what greasy?
The pan.
Oh, because I cooked bacon in there? Ow, and I toasted a muffin in there? Because it is. Just be okay with it. Okay, hopefully this will blend some of that other ink that got on there to make it a little bit more lavendery. So, almost looks silvery, huh? So now it's not quite so stark white. And we'll see what else we do that tomorrow. For now, we'll let that dry. Just working on layers today, aren't we? Might do something with that once it's dry. I don't know what to do with this one. What should we do with this one? Didn't I have a white that got out already? Alright. Stencils are over here. Now, let's see. This, and I did that. It's, well, this, I don't know what to do with this. Don't want to do that. That green's a little too bright. Let's use some of this green. And I still want some of the white to show through. So where's my, likes to get hairs all over the place brush. So this is just, this is the palmetto color. That is the Delta. That smells icky. And then this is, I don't know, I just call it a pounce brush. Because that's what I do with it. The only thing I ever do with it is pounce. But it was these watercolor brushes that I had. And, hey Joel, can you bring me the little flower stencil that's over there? So that I can color these flowers too while I'm... Whew! Some strong crap. Yeah, the Delta. But the lime green Delta doesn't smell like this. It's just this palmetto one. Acrylic paint. Doesn't say it's for outside or anything. It's just... You can bring all of them, but there's one, like, it might be stuck to the pineapple.
These flowers?
Yeah, they're like two little flowers together.
Yeah,
I gotta remember to turn this. And then I'll have to like get those little brush hairs out of there. Look at it, loses, it's done this since day one that I've used it. It just, thank you. Oh, actually we'll need the other ones as well, sorry.
Yep.
I don't know why I'm just asking you to bring me one at a time. Just, please. I know. Oh my goodness gracious. I know they stick, don't they?
But are they durable?
I have no idea. They were cheap, so probably not especially.
Why would they make them sticky? And why would they stay sticky if they were cheap?
Well, I guess they're durable enough to stay sticky. I'm hoping those hairs will come out when I when it dries. So I guess I need to wait to paint that when that dries. Paint the flowers. All right. Now this one, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. I think this one, I might just leave the pink background on this. And I need a dark green. I had a dark green. I did. I had a dark green. I had a dark green. I don't have any brown though. Guess we'll just do a background of, what's that, gray? That's alright. I'm gonna have to get some yellows and stuff maybe for the, let's see. That is the Admiral blue. I don't want that. I want the Mountain blue to mix just a tiny bit because it just, well, what I really need is black. Just want to darken that blue up a little. I mean the green, I want to darken. I want to do something. Yeah, like, yes, that's what I wanted. I wanted it darker than what I was getting. Joel, what color is the outside of a pineapple? It's kind of brown and
goldy yellowish. And
goldy
greenish
yellowish.
and
Well, we will put down a base.
there's an orange.
I'll have to look one up. I don't know. Right now, I'm just... Oh, crap.
Just think SpongeBob's
Shoot.
house.
SpongeBob's house. I don't know. I'm going to put down a background.
More yellow and gold and orange.
I'm going to just put down a background of, tan.
Oh, yeah. Looks really good.
And then do another layer tomorrow. Once this is dry.
Yeah, little bits of green or something like that.
Maybe just add some mahogany to the edges. I don't know. We'll see. Mahogany is kind of a red brown.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, that gets us another layer to dry. Unless I just make it a gold pineapple. That
It
could be
actually
fun.
looks alright.
It just looks like a pineapple now the way it is.
Yeah.
If you look at it closely, you'll see that the pineapple actually has, ooh, look at that color, ridges like an actual pineapple would.
The line?
Oh, see, that would have been pretty. Ooh, let's
Green?
do that somewhere. No, just the way it's just stenciled. Oh, I'm going to use that as an actual stencil someday.
I thought that's what you were doing.
You would think that, yeah. What's the next one to work on? Where's my pile? Oh, this is the pile we're working on.
Did you say I think I can
Alright, so here we just have this as a background and we want to add another layer. And I have not used my polka dots yet or my... I think I'll try this with... Well, you know what? Let's get away from the baby blue. We'll try some black. Probably should get my... Well, I don't do the acrylic block when I'm doing the backgrounds because I don't want it to be perfect. So, here goes nothing. So you'll notice some of them I'm pressing down and some I'm not. Because I don't want it to be perfect. I'm also not lining it up perfectly. I do want it kind of in the... Yeah, like that. I want it to stand out in some spots, but not so much in others. But this is like a border stamp, and so it's a little bit harder to control if you're laying the whole thing down or whatever. There we go. What do we think? Alright, so now we've taken that away from the baby blue, added some black. We'll set that aside to dry. Learned my lesson. Things need to be set aside to dry. Yeah, I may be cutting that out and using that on something. Alright, what can we do with the tan? Because we have this big thing of tan that needs to get used up. Let's just go ahead and do a background of tan on this plastic wrap here. And we'll see what we end up with. A bigger brush would be nice, but then I'd have to clean it. So let's just start with some blobby, boring tan right here. And see. And then once that dries, I will probably take either a dry brush or a stamp and try to just hit the top bits so that you can see where it's wrinkled more. I don't know, we'll see. But white background wasn't doing it for me, and I needed to use up this tan, which I accidentally poured too much of. Alright, that's definitely going to take a while to dry. Oh, missed a spot. Doesn't matter, but smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Oh, I'm getting right down into those. Although a little bit of white showing would have been okay. Now it looks like a wrinkled paper bag. Hoo, 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 ha, ha, ha. Now I can turn this over. Alright, since we're working on these, let's see. Not the tan. What should we do? Ooh, sorry. I don't know why, but this dark navy bluish stuff is calling me. I don't know what I'm going to do with it though. I like myself a dark blue. Oh, I was going to try this too, wasn't I? Not with paint, although I've done it with paint. Let's see. Let's spread out our paint a little bit. And put that in there, which means I will definitely have to get my hair out of there. Oh, see, it gets a little smushy with the paint. I think this would have been better with the stencil, but that's all right because we can just do this. Just kind of adjust make our corners a little bit more bluechy, but just do it in the corners maybe. I don't know what we'll do. Bluechy? Is that a word? Bluechy. Just. And then what I might do, like, this would be like water, right? If I just do it down at the bottom and it's just kind of splashing up, even though it's really dark, but I can always add some other. I actually like how it's kind of doing that weird thing on that side, which it's not doing on this side for me because it doesn't like me. Splotchy, splotchy, splotchy. That's what we like to do. Now we're getting too even. Splotchy, splotchy. How do I get that there? Don't know what. Oh, I just got on the flamingo. I wasn't thinking. It's all right. I don't know. Didn't mean to get it all over him. It's all right. We can adjust him using the stencil later on. Is this no, this is more of this. Well, I was going to say I want some pink to show through, but I don't know that that's really going to happen. Alright. Because I'm crazy like that. Alright, weirdly, I think I'm going to leave it like that. Then when it dries, I'm going to come back into the flamingo and either make him a little albino flamingo or make him really bright pink. I don't know. We'll see. And I've got more stuff to do to that as well. So let's definitely wash this off. Let's try this with a stamp. It's alright with a stamp. I think we'll stick with a stamp. I need to get the blue out of that though. Maybe. I don't know. Alright. Paints I'll go back for a minute. I think, because I'm just a little bit crazy. I'm just gonna scoop that up a little bit there, because we don't want it to be all baby blue on here. Ooh, I like how the bricks are picking it up. That's a bit I do like. All right. We're gonna get use out of this paper today. Where are my words? Do I want words? What do I want with the bricks? Guess I want it to dry. That's what I want. Next. Is there a next? Oh, just this plain, just this textury one that we just did plain. Let's go ahead and, well, now we'll put some of that houndstooth on here, eh? Sound good? It's a little gloopy. I should turn it a little, at least turn it some so it's not exactly the same everywhere, huh? There we go. Get a little bit of different. All right, got a layer of that going on. I much prefer my stencil on that one. And now, needs to dry for a minute. This one's dry though. Where'd the flowers go? Where did all the flowers go? Long time ago. That's this. Where did the, oh, there they are. Come on, flamingo. Don't do this to me. Stick the flamingo over here. Get the flowers off of this box. All right. What color should we do the flowers? Oh my goodness, come on. Oh, I don't want to do pink because the background has pink. I want it to be stand out a little bit more. We have the linen, whatever color that is. I have more colors too. I just handled sage. This is pink, but it's a more red. To do what to do. And then this is okay. Oh, color. Give me color. Okay, my son's over there giving me suggestions for colors based on Pokemon. He's so cute. All right, let's start with our lighter color and get our centers. Well, yeah, that could work. I just kind of have a, what is this one? Toffee Crunch for a yellowy middle. It's not as yellow as I thought it would be.
Are you getting a call about my car or something? Or something?
Car warranty, just block them.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, just block them. Your car wouldn't qualify for warranty, and neither would mine. They're too old. Don't these people know we poor? Oh, we're not poor. We are rich in love. And we're not poor. Well, the bank owns our home, but you know, Alright, so we went for abandoned coral, which is not far from what's already there, but it's going to be a little different looking on top of the green and pink. I mean, you know, because I've got green is pretty much covering the leaves, and that's going to change a little bit how it comes out, I guess. It's going to look a little more orangey probably next to the pink. But once I do these, then I can go ahead and do our stamping on here too. And what time is it? Well, it's been rainy today. Okay, well, go do your walk. Just go for like half an hour. Don't be gone all day. It's not my fault. It was like sunny for an hour this morning. He's in a bedroom where the curtains are super dark and he has no time. He knows what time it is. He's on his phone all the time. So I don't know what his excuse is. Let's see. Actually, that's on that side. So I want it to be... Wait, it's coming from that side. So just come over this way just a tiny bit. Not that much. She'll be coming around the mountain. She comes. Okay, so yeah, he wants to go for his walk. I can't get upset that he wants to go. I mean, it's for Pokemon, but I don't care. He goes for a walk. He doesn't talk to anybody. He gets exercise. Once in a great while, I can get his brother to join him. You know, the one that needs to walk and get exercise. So. So I just started playing with mixed media back in October of last year. I've said this before, I think. And then I got into junk journaling when my aunt sent me. I'll have to show you what she sent me sometime. It just really intrigued me. And then I started watching videos. Let's see. With mixed media, I started watching Miami Small Art and learned a lot from Martha. And she's such a sweetie and a cutie, and her daughters are adorable. And then my aunt said she watched a lot of Paper Outpost and Gail Agostinelli, so I watched them and learned a lot. And Gail also does a lot of mixed media. That's so cool. And I thought that Mixed Media May was a thing because Gail was talking about it, and I'm like, oh, I guess there might be a collaboration and people are doing Mixed Media May. No, it's just Gail. And some other girl I found that's like going through a list. But, try to get these hairs out of here. Nope, they might be part of the layer. The hairs just might end up being part of the layer. The hairs, they're not hairs, they're brush bits. But you know, using a baby wipe on this, that could be part of one of the techniques you uses. Except for I've got blue on it. Alright. I wonder if I should let that dry a little more. I'm thinking, what am I thinking? I was thinking some beach blanket here, kind of a deal. And I'll follow these lines. Wish I could cover my flowers a little bit. What color though? I might go subtle. I think we will go subtle with our cream. Even if we just do it on the edges here, it'd still be cool. I mean, real subtle. I mean, you can't even hardly tell it's... There we go.
Why did our timer look up before?
I feel like I want to do it all over, but I'm not sure. Because I feel like that's also, we could put like something in the middle that's a little different. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with this card. Truly and truly, I don't. What if we do... do that corner up there, and this corner down here. Adds a little bit. Oh, am I even in? Well, yeah, I guess I am actually doing okay today, huh? As far as I can tell. So it's just white, well, cream, technically cream. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. I don't love it, but I don't despise it either. Like, what if when it dries we were to put a little coat of antiquing on it, and that would take down some of the color? Or maybe we like that it's bright and colorful. I don't know. Maybe we'll change these to white. Maybe I don't know. What do you guys think? I really don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna take some of this a little bit and just kind of go. Oh, I guess it's time to go for today because my husband just got home. Like I said, I recorded this much later in the day today. But that's okay. We got through, I think, all of the... We did something. We did another layer to all of the pieces. Honey, could you give me a second? That we worked on yesterday. Let me just bring them out real quick. Added a layer to that. Added a layer to that. Added a weird layer to that. That one we didn't even work on yesterday. We added a layer to it. Added a layer to that. Added a layer or two to that. Added a layer to that. Added a layer to that. Added a... Wow, we did quite a few, didn't we? Added a layer. Added a layer. Added a layer. And added a layer. And we still don't know how they're all going to turn out. So... Thank you for joining me today on Misadventures with Mixed Media. I hope you found something interesting. I don't know. If you made it until the end, thank you. Have a delightful day, everybody. Much love. Alright, so real quick, I've been playing around with this antique wax. And I've kind of gone a little crazy with it. But it really, alright, so since my last video, I did this. I did the stamping and I put a little light coating over that. And I have antique waxed all of these, and I just wanted to show real quick how that's done. So that, if I do the rest before tomorrow, or hopefully some of them I'll leave untouched with the wax, but it's really grunging them up really cool, like, especially like the way that one came out. That one still has a lot of work on it. Has a lot of work to go. So I'm kind of doing yes, and people are home, so yeah, my son's alarm, his reminder alarm, in case he forgot. So I'm just doing a quick brush of this, not even at all, just kind of an uneven. And then on some of them I went back and I took a wet wipe and did that. But I think this one I want to just try a paper towel. Just going back over it with a paper towel. What? So our polka dots still show through, a little bit of the blue still shows through, and the numbers stand out a little bit more, and you can see some of that texture we had in the background. Let's see, should I do it to another one? No, not that one. I think you'll yell at me if I do that one. I kind of want to do this one, but I might leave the pineapple one alone. Alright, one more, and then I have to stop grunging everything up. Although I might go to some older ones that I've had. Oh, yeah, like this. I think I already did it on him. Did I do it? I don't know, but this is sad. Let's fix that. Yes, this was just a little I don't know if I'll add this to the end of today's video. Maybe I will. I add this to the end of today's video. I was going to do it to the beginning of tomorrow's video, but then I just realized I haven't uploaded today's video yet, so sorry about that, a little off track. So a little more layering upon layering is what, well, tomorrow will probably be more layering. We'll just take all, we will take all of these and just continue to layer. And see, this is what I kind of wanted. I wanted that netting to show up a little bit more, so that's good. I'm just going to leave it at that. And so, yes, we'll see what we do with layers on that tomorrow. We will leave the pineapple alone, and then let's see what happens with this one, because this one's just so brown. And I stirred the wax. I mean, this one's just so blue is what I'm trying to say. And so is the cat one, so we might tone them down a little bit. Or grunge them up. Is it tone them down or grunge them up? Or I don't know. So then I'm going to, because it's a wax, then I want to, it's kind of a, I don't know if it's a wax and a varnish. So just wipe it off. And then sometimes I will come back in and just do the edges a little bit just to get that worn brush edge. You know how sometimes, I don't know how to explain it, but sorry, that white was kind of bugging me a little bit. All right, let's do this in the middle a little bit. I don't know. All right, let's do the cat real quick. The cat's just really bothering me for some reason. Not my cat. This picture of this cat, I'm not loving it, so let's try doing an antique wax over it and see what happens. That got down in the circles a little bit more than I wanted. Then we'll take the paper towel. Try to get some of that out of the circles in there. Definitely grunged it up quite a bit. I think I like the cat a little bit more brown than gray. They still have a little gray on them. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. No, not that one. Should I try it on? Oh, where's the one? I had it over here. This one I might try because of all that. I don't know. Then it will kind of brown that up a little bit instead of all the red covering the, yeah, I'm trying to get that gesso bit a little bit less white, I guess, is basically what I'm doing here. And I did it randomly. I did not do it evenly. And yeah, that gesso bit was just too white before. And then on this one, I do want to come back and do my edges just a little bit. And I did it nice and randomly, so there's still some bright spots. All right, I like that one better now. Let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I do not like this one, so I think I'm just going to put a coat of this over it and layer something else over it too, I think. Although I hate it a little bit less. Kind of, I don't know what it does. Almost getting a crackly, I don't know. I hate that a little bit less now. Let's see, anything else that we want to antique? Oh yeah, there is. Because this is going to make all that texture on there stand out more. And dull down the orange a little bit. Ah! Help if I don't do that to the card. This one I might want to use the wipe on. Maybe, maybe not. That took off a lot of it. Let's see. Oh, because there's, I think, more gesso on there than I realized. Now it's wet. What will happen if we put the wax on wet? Probably nothing good. I don't know. And we have a lot more on it this time. Our poor squirrel. Okay. Remembering that this is all just paper under here. There we go. Got our squirrel showing a little bit better. Which is why it all wants to curl up, because I didn't use like watercolor paper or anything like that. I'm just using scraps. So, one more. I know I said one more. Kind of doing it randomly here and wiping it off. Ah! Now this had a white background, and then I had used the chalk paint, and this had a light blue and white background, and I also used the chalk paint on that seafoam chalk paint. And now we're just adding this layer. Grunging it up, basically, is what we're doing. Grunging it up, and that'll just be a background for something else. I think that's it. All right. That was my little oh, yeah, sure, that was it. Sure it was. I gotten this one out. I forgot. And hopefully what it'll do with this one is bring out the, there's a little bit of Harlequin in here. You can't really see it. I'm hoping it will bring it out a little bit. So this was just some, and make that less yellow. Yes, bright. Less bright. Where's my cover? Well, I can't turn this to let you see what the label says because I don't know what I did with. Oh, here it is. Goodness. So this I got on clearance at Michael's for $1.57, so it's about half off. It's Art Minds, DIY Home, DIY, oh, I guess that just means home. It's wax. Water-based, semi-transparent, antique. And I got that because I was like, that might be fun to antique things. And yes, it was fun. It was fun to antique things. Oh, good. I wanted the Harlequin to show up a little bit more, and it is a little bit. I don't know if you can see, because it was just white paint I had put on there, and now it's, or gesso, white gesso, so now it's taking up the wax a little bit. All right, so if you like the bright colors, and I was starting with bright colors, and you're like, yay, bright colors. Well, we still have some. I won't touch these with the antique wax. These I'll leave. But that wasn't much. Everything else I pretty much covered in the antique wax. But I was having fun, so just wanted to add that. So have a delightful day again. Much love again.